welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Caitlin, and today's another lockdown / isolation vlog. I know I haven't made one in a while, but I'm sure a lot of you obviously know lockdown has been extended, and I think it's a little bit unpredictable at the moment. No one really knows how long the lockdown's gonna last, and also how long just general self-isolation and quarantine and travel bans and all that kind of stuff. No one really knows how long that's going to last for. So I took a little bit of a break just to kind of regroup and establish how many vlogs I'm going to make, just because it's a little bit unrealistic and like too much pressure to put on myself to put out a vlog every single day of self-isolation, because I don't know how long that's going to last for. So I will still be putting out 21. And then after that, it'll just be regular scheduled programming, and whenever I've got good content, I will put it out. Obviously, speaking about quarantine and isolation, how long everything is going to be going for, I've actually been working on this vlog for a couple days, so I'll insert footage of the other days now, but I thought I'd speak to you guys and just introduce it quickly. So because we don't know how long this is all going to last for, this is obviously, I'm on lockdown at my family home, so I'm not, for example, at my home in LA, I'm not, for example, with my boyfriend in Dubai, I'm not with my brother in Cape Town, I'm not with my friends, I am at home. So kind of where you're locked down now is where you're going to be staying for quite a while, at least it is in my case. So I thought that I would make myself a little bit more comfortable. I haven't spent this much time at my family home in such a long time, so it's quite a weird situation. So I really just want to make myself a little bit more comfortable to make sure that like I can stay here for long and like still feel okay and have my own space and stuff like that. Like I said, it's my family home, like it's my parents' home, so this is not my space. So I have decided to turn one of the rooms downstairs into my studio, which is really exciting. I have been using it as a studio for a long time, or whenever I am home, I use it as a studio. I use the one spot in the front as like my workout area, or like yoga or meditation or whatever, and I use this side, I'll show you, for like taking photos and videos and stuff. So I have been using it anyway, but it's kind of just been like a temporary place for me to use and for me to work from. I've never really put effort into it. I've just like, if I needed to take a photo here, I'd move some things around and take a picture or a video here. So I've decided to like permanently make it a good space for me to work, get stuff done, have my own little space that I don't have to move around and constantly pack up my stuff. I live out of suitcases. It's like a personality trait. I'm always traveling and living out of suitcases, so it's gonna be really nice to make this little spot my home and like my little office space. So because my brother is not on lockdown with me, like I said in one of my previous vlogs, I'm actually sleeping in his room. So I'm using like my bedroom as like my office and like my workspace and stuff. So it'll be nice just to have one room designated to all of that. So I'm going to insert a clip of what the room used to look like, if I can just do a bit of explaining basically how my house is set up. My brother and me, we both have separate bedrooms downstairs, and we have a lounge downstairs, and then just off of the lounge is the room that I'm sitting in now. It's kind of like a sunroom. My mom turned it into a sunroom. It's got like a little kitchenette here. It's like, if you can see, it's got all of these windows and stuff, but I'll show you in the clips. But it doesn't get used. I'm the only person that uses it because it's got really nice light and stuff in here, and it's easy for me to move stuff around. So I'm the only person that uses it, so I'm taking it over. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is paint that big gray wall, which I normally shoot on, and I really don't mind shooting on a gray wall at all, it doesn't bother me. But we came to the conclusion that with photos and videos and stuff, it'll be nicer if it is white. So we painted it white. I'll insert all of those clips here.
I know it's a little bit too much for sure. So cold, but we're always coming back for more. Egos in this wicked game, it's all for sure. Oh, I've got you. If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again. Coaster ride for the triggered minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. up on the floor. We know how to push the buttons to the core. I've got you. If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again. Coaster ride for the triggered minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. Go ahead to let me smile for all I care. Just wanna stay close, don't take part. Ain't gonna leave ya. Sabotage of a million.
So I did one coat by myself. I'm not a very patient person. Then I did 2 coats and it didn't look too bad, but my mom and my dad said I did a bad job. So my dad painted the last 2 coats because he's like very good at that kind of stuff and I am just not. I was super impatient and it was really hard for me to like roll the paint. I don't know, I found it really difficult and I did a bad job, so they made me stop. But so my dad did the last 2 coats and he has just done the last coat. So this is what it looks like now. So we've just done the last coat. That's what it looks like. So that's the color that it was. This like gray kind of color, which like I said is not that bad at all. But yeah, it looks so good now. I think I can do so much with that wall now, which is really exciting. So now that the painting is done, which was a wild ride, I've obviously got to clean up. So I've obviously taped all of this stuff down so that I don't get paint on the tiles, and I've taped all the way around like these sides and stuff. So I have got to take all of that tape off and I've got to clean up where all the paint like got onto the tiles or got onto the side of the wall, onto the doors, something like that. I've got to get that all cleaned up and scrubbed off. And I've got to move the ladders back into the storeroom. I've got to clean the floor. I've got to just sort this whole room out, which I'm really excited to do. And then I'll move everything back to where it's supposed to go. So for example, this is the couch. We've just covered it so that it doesn't get paint on, but that's the couch. It normally goes against the wall. That's what I'll sit on. So I'll move that back against the wall. My railing is at the back there. And if you guys watch my organizational vlog, you'll know that that's where I keep like all the clothes that I need to shoot on. And that, instead of going in my bedroom, is probably just gonna stay in here instead of me moving it into here the whole time. So I've got to rearrange that rack, put everything that I still need to shoot on. Obviously, Instagram don't stop, and I still have photos and stuff that I need to take for brands and content stuff that I need to create, even if it's just for myself. So I've got to sort that out. I'll put the table a little bit nicely. I've got all my mirrors. I've got a lot of mirrors, but all my mirrors are like stacked behind this little thing here so they don't fall over. So I'll make sure that they're all like nicely organized. I like to keep them just like stacked up against each other because I'm notorious for breaking mirrors because they fall over sometimes. So that's not happening again. So yeah, I'm just gonna sort out this room, and then when I'm done cleaning and moving, and I'm gonna mop this floor, I'm gonna scrub the floor, give the windows a bit of a wipe, dust everywhere. And then we'll have a little studio tour, and I will show you at the end kind of all of the equipment that'll be in this room. I'll give you a little studio tour at the end of this, which I think will be really cool. I'm so excited for this room to be done. And yeah, I'm gonna get started. So I will see you when I'm done.
If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again. Coaster ride for the triggered minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. Go ahead to let me smile for all I care. Just wanna stay close, don't take part. Ain't gonna leave ya. Sabotage of a million.
So this is what my little studio looks like with nothing in it. So we just put everything outside. I'm busy cleaning it, and I just mopped the whole floor, but the cats keep walking over it. But yeah, it's actually such a cool space. So that was obviously like the little kitchenette that was meant for the sunroom, but like no one really uses it. And this is a nice clean white wall that I half painted, but my dad did most of the job. Oh, and this is a really cool spider. Hey, what's up? So yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm not gonna step in here again because I don't want the floor to get dirty. All my stuff is just inside the lounge there, like my ring light, my rail, my mirrors and stuff. And yeah, that's what's happening. So I'm just gonna wait for this to dry, and then I'm gonna start wiping down all of the surfaces and like all the little things that I use and the rail and stuff, and then by the end of the day I'll put it all in here and it'll look really cool. And the studio is officially complete. I'm so excited. It did take quite a couple days just because this wall needed quite a couple coats of paint because, you know, my mom wanted it to be like super perfect, and it looks really good, so I'm really glad. Yeah, I'm so grateful for my dad for helping me paint this thing. It was such a mission. So yeah, let me give you a little bit of a tour, I guess. Just keep in mind it is still a sunroom and it's part of the house, so I wasn't going to change it completely and just get rid of all the furniture and stuff at the end of the day when I'm not here or when I do leave or after lockdown and stuff. There's still just another room in my family home, so I still do have like the rugs and the furniture and stuff, and yeah, I've just made it an open space that I can still use as my own. So starting with the main wall, obviously this is the wall that we painted. It looks really good. This couch was here before, but I do actually use it quite often, and those cushions are just really cute. And I use this coffee table quite a lot just to like store things on. It actually travels around with me like throughout the house whenever I need it. It's just like really convenient and light to have. And then if you watch my other videos, you know that this is my rail that I keep all of the stuff that I need to shoot, either for a brand or like a campaign or something, or for myself. So I just keep it on there so that I'm not like overwhelmed with like content that needs to be created. And then we move to this side. So I've kept the coffee table here, but I still have quite a big space here to shoot, but I just move this whenever I need to shoot. This table over here, it gets used quite a lot. I lean like mirrors on it sometimes. I keep like a lot of my hair things and makeup stuff on this when I'm shooting or when I'm not shooting. This is just like a little adaptation for my phone to connect to my tripod or my ring light, and a cute little pot plant on my ring light stays here actually just off of the room because the plugs are down there, so the ring light just stays just over there. Here is a square mirror. This is just from one of my bathrooms sometime in my life. Here is my round mirror. The only reason why they're hanging up there is because I'm quite scared to put them on the ground because that's how I've broken a mirror. So this is the rug. This is normally where I'll like work out or stretch or do yoga or something in the morning. So I've got all my stuff in the corner there. The yoga mat would just like lay out. I just rolled it up literally just for the video, but it's gonna stay on this mat forever. But yeah, it's really beautiful here in the mornings because that is where the sun rises. So it's really, this is a really nice space for me. I just have two little 4 kg weights, this yoga mat, and this is like a little belt bag that I run with my phone because I don't have an Apple Watch, so I run with my phone. And then you look at this side. So I've got these 2 chairs here. It obviously matches this coffee table, and we have another mirror over here. I've just leaned this one up here because I know that it's not going to fall down or anything. And then I have more mirrors down here. So this is another mirror that I recently found, so I just have to clean it so I can use it. And then if you guys watch my Instagram stories, I broke a mirror a couple of weeks ago, but I've kept the frame because maybe I can use it for something. That is my tripod that I often use. In here I have some glasses and my steamer that I use all the time. Here's just like little props, like flowers. These flowers, this glass water bottle that I use quite a lot, and pink mug, and little tea sets. I obviously have like a little kitchenette here, so I can wash my hands, stay safe. And yeah, that is it. So what a pretty view. Hey, why are these people skiing? Go home. It's lockdown. You know what? Anyway, so yeah, that is my little studio tour. I'm so excited. Like I said, I've been using this room for ages, like for years. It's just nice that I've finally been able to just move things around and make it a little bit like my own, so that I feel super comfortable. So I'm not like living out of a suitcase or constantly having to move things around. I can just have my little space here. So yeah, I'm really grateful that my parents are letting me do that. Obviously we're all in, it's such a crazy time, and you've just got to make yourself feel a little bit more at home wherever you are in the world. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and follow me on Instagram, it's @KateHarty, follow me on TikTok @KateLynHarty, and obviously subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see a whole bunch of content that will be coming out of this room in the next couple weeks. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in tomorrow's isolation vlog. Bye!